on to the vegetables. Now the vegetables are a cocktail of minerals, vitamins, other antioxidants, fibre and pure water. And in fact, there are far more nutrients than just the 25 minerals we talk about or the however 20 vitamins or whatever. So a lettuce has about 2,000 nutrients in it, just that humble lettuce. And those concentrated foods have a lot more. So there are a lot of nutrients in these foods that we are not really aware of, we normally don't allow for. So these greens are really outstanding. The evidence from a century and a half of experience is that the human body needs green vegetables. Eat your greens, they say, and here they are. Lettuce, kale. Kale has come into fashion in the last 5 or 6 or 7 years, and it is super nutrition. It is really loaded with antioxidants and minerals and beneficial nutrients. It's a good food. And of course, one of nature's tricks is she also makes it fairly unpalatable. So, but it can be juiced or it can be chopped up finely, and it's worth including. Other greens, silver beet. This is a very good source of folic acid, and so is English spinach. So this is what we call spinach. It's actually silver beet out of my garden. Grows easily and loaded with minerals, with magnesium, making it green, and folic acid. Here's rocket. Rocket grows like a rocket, and I'm sure that's where the name came from. That slightly strong principle in it has a cleansing effect in the body. Here's endive, which grows so easily, again from my garden, and endive also has a fairly strong principle in it, which eaten in moderate amounts is really good for us. Parsley, very high in minerals, quite high in iron, very high in folate, folic acid or folate, and also fibre, and of course water. Broccoli is so rich in nutrients that one of its nutrients actually destroys cancer cells, called sulforaphane. Not only does broccoli and cabbage and collie, the cruciferous family, not cause cancer, they actually destroy cancer cells in the body. They are just super nutrition. And this purple cauliflower is purple because of antioxidants, the same kind as in blueberries. So the message is, don't buy green cabbage, always buy purple and get that super nutrition. Now, they're the leafy veggies. The next category of veggies are fruit veggies, then there's a stem vegetable, and there are root veggies. The fruit vegetables have seeds. So capsicum, tomato, cucumber, these are the fruit veggies, and again they all have their merits. The capsicum and the tomatoes have lycopene, same as in the watermelon and pink grapefruit, that powerful antioxidant. This is protective against prostate cancer, and in this capsicum, which is ripe, if they're green they're unripe, the green will turn to ripe to red eventually. The red capsicum is ripe and is very high in vitamin C, about 3 times more weight for weight than oranges. And tomatoes have that. Tomatoes need to be ripe. If they're not ripe, they're greenish and they're hard. When they're ripe, they soften a bit, they become very red, and they're great nutrition. Cucumbers have nothing magic about them. They truly are cool as a cucumber. They're about 93% water, something of that order. They've got some nutrients in them and some minerals. They could certainly be in every salad. So they're the fruit vegetables, tomato, cucumber, capsicum. There's only one common stem, and that's celery, and the other one is asparagus. Celery is a very rich source of potassium and organic sodium. A small amount of it, but valuable organic sodium. Celery could be in every salad. We split the stems and then chop them into short lengths so the strings aren't a problem, and celery goes in very, very easily. The root vegetables, strictly speaking, beetroot is not a root, it's a swollen stem, but we call them root vegetables. Look at the colour of the carrots, beta-carotene, the highest concentration, 10,000 parts per 100 grams, 10,000 international units, a huge amount of beta-carotene, richer than any other food. But the same family as we see in these other veggies, and the mango, the peach, the same carotenoids. And we don't want to eat a huge amount of carrots, we have variety. Variety is the spice of good nutrition. Beetroot is red with an antioxidant very similar to what's in blueberries. So beetroot, again, is super nutrition, can be eaten regularly to great advantage. There's even been a doctor in the past who fed people with cancer beetroot in many forms through the day, and he claimed success. Sprouts are really super nutrition. You take a seed, which is the richest form of nutrients, enough nutrients packed into a seed to produce a new plant, so everything is there more or less, and you germinate it. And when it germinates and the little seed turns into these 5 centimetre long, 6 centimetre long shoots, the nutrients, the protein, carbohydrate and fat digest, and vitamin C is formed in a big way, and folic acid is formed in a big way, and the minerals are freed up and made readily available. So sprouts are truly super nutrition. Garlic and onions. Some people run a mile away from garlic, others eat too much. So with this family, an onion is really like a more dilute, not as more dilute garlic, not as strong. But the amount of garlic you would eat in a day would be, I don't know whether I'm going to succeed in breaking out one of these. The amount of garlic to eat in a day would be 1 clove, not the whole lot. So 5 cloves could be enough, eaten regularly, to produce the symptoms of minor ailments. 1 clove, and these are very big cloves in this one, 1 clove a day would be about right, and it won't make you smell. Garlic is antiviral, antifungal, antibacterial, anti-blood pressure, anti-heart disease, anti-cancer. It's a marvellous, more like a supplement actually, it's a marvellous item to include regularly in your diet. Grate it up. People say, what about when it's cooked? When it's cooked, it loses some of the allicin, which is the pungent compound, but it's still beneficial. Raw is best, but if it's cooked, it still works. So they're the alkali-forming foods. All those fruits in their acid, subacid, neutral, and melon categories. The veggies, the leafy, the fruits, the stems, the roots. Interestingly, with the fruits, those categories tend to be better eaten apart because they have very slightly different digestive needs. And keeping the categories together, they make better combinations. With the vegetables, because they have different nutrient levels and different energy levels coming from different parts of the plant, mix them together. In every salad or plate of steamed veggies, have at least one of each category of leaf, fruit, stem and root veggie, or the more the better. Variety is the spice of good nutrition. Now, coming to the protein foods now as we come into the acid-forming foods. Protein